In this video we're going to look at the range and the interquartile range. So already we've looked at the mean, the mode and the median, which is the averages. Now they're measures of central tendency. What I mean by central tendency is we're looking for a number that's kind of in the middle of all the other numbers. Okay? Whereas the range is something different. The range measures the spread of the data, how spread out it is. So to illustrate that, I have two classes here. I have class 1 and I have class 2. And there's 5 students in each class. And here's their results in a test. So in class 1 we had a kid getting 40%, 50%, 45, 65 and 60. And the mean grade, so when I added them all up and divided by the number of numbers, I got 52%. In class 2 then, I had students, they got 10%, 40%, 100%, 90%, 20%. I added them all up and I also got a mean of 52%. Now if I said to you I had two classes and they both got a mean of 52%, you would think those classes were very similar. However, if you look at the grades here, they're not similar at all. One class, they kind of have the 5 grades that are close enough together, whereas in class 2 we have some people doing really well and we have some people doing really bad. So to illustrate, I suppose, or to give a better view of the both of the classes, we can use the range, which shows how spread out this data is. And it's a very simple calculation. The range equals the biggest number minus the smallest number. So for class 1, it will be 65% minus 40%, which will give 25%. And for class 2, it'll be 100% minus 10%, which equals 90%. Now if we compare two ranges, one is not that big, it's a small enough range, the other is a very big range. The bigger the range, the more spread out the data is. Okay? So now we're going to look at the interquartile range. The interquartile range, like the range, it measures the spread of data. However, it ignores extreme values. Okay, so for instance, if I was to look at this, let's just say these are 11 people and this is their pocket money. So if I was to get the range of that, it would be 2,000 minus 10 euros, which would give us 1,900. So a range of 1,900. Now that would suggest that the data is really, really spread out. And it is. But that's not telling the full story, because most of the data is around the 15-20 euros mark. The only thing that makes this data spread out is that 2,000 euros. So the interquartile range will ignore that 2,000 euros. It would also, if there was a very, very low mark, it would ignore that as well. So here's how we get the interquartile range. We list the numbers from smallest to biggest. So we have 10 euros, 10 euros, 5 euros, let me start on that. We have 15 euros, 20 euros, 20 euros, 25, 30, another 30, 40, and 2,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, okay. Now what we do is we look and we get the mean, right? So we get, we get the median, the middle number. Right, so I'll do that. Just like we've done already, getting the median. So there's the median. It's halfway into the data. And that's Q2. That's the second quartile. Now I take this half of the data and I do the same again. Get the median. It's 10. That's Q1. That's 1/4 ways into the data. And I do the same on this side. 30 euros, and that's Q3, and that's 3/4 way into the data. And all I do now is I take Q3 and I minus Q1 from it. So that will be 30 minus 10, which equals 20. So the interquartile range is 20. Compare that to the range, which is 1900. Okay, so this interquartile range is actually ignoring that the really big or really small numbers, okay, or I suppose the numbers, the outliers, okay, or the extreme values. Okay, thanks lads.